Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Rick and I are on a couch for a reason, because we were just discussing how we might bring ministry to this live stream. And this phrase came to us, and you've probably heard it. It's do ministry where it is that you're planted. And during COVID, we are aware that where many people are planted a good percentage of the time is a couch, maybe not unlike this one. So for the doing ministry where you're planted, we're here on a couch also, like many of you are, and not in the sanctuary at our usual virtual coffee hour spot. And but what we'd like to address is, even when we're planted in a more fixed location and options are fewer, there is still always, because of God's empowering of possibility, there's always ministry to do. And with that, just as a setup, would you like to run for it a little
Sure.
bit?
I mean, the whole idea, it's like that old phrase you see on little placards, grow where God plants you. Well, what can you do if you're planted on this couch? Well, I guess the first one is get up off the couch. Get out into the world and engage. There are many, many ministries that are still functioning and still need help. When I go for my walk on Fridays, there's a huge, I'm talking mile-plus line of cars backed up near the school by my house, because Three Square is doing a food drive and giving food out to people who are in need right now. They always need help. Epicenter on the Parkway, our good friends at Christ Church, part of our own diocesan outreach efforts. We do a good amount of ministry with them. They always need some help. So the first step is, if you have the ability, get up off the couch and get in the game, because that's where God wants you to be. But we also recognize that you might be sitting here saying, well, we're in this weird COVID time, and I have some additional challenges. Maybe I am of a certain age. Maybe I have an underlying condition that makes me a lot more susceptible. So as much as I feel called to be out in the world, that's just not the reality for me right now, even with masks and gloves. And so does that mean I can't do anything from where I am?
I would say no.
Good call.
Father
like
Rick asks rhetorically, and I'll take that baton. As Rick says, some of us, it would be unwise to leave the house, and we want to be wise and use the brains God gave us. And as Rick's suggesting, and I'm continuing, there's still ministerial possibilities. At the risk of sounding like a televangelist, we, all of us, always have the option of writing a check to the food bank, Foursquare, to Epicenter. And you might be thinking, well, I've done that before, and does that still matter? The short, simple, and absolute answer to that is yes. I was at Epicenter recently, and it's not like food's falling out of the pantry there. They're giving away more than ever, and it's been steady.
The need is huge
right now. The need is huge, and more jobs are added and jobs taken away. There's always a pulse and up and down and all that, but wherever we are right now, it's at a much higher level of unemployment than is typical in the United States.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't put money away for a rainy day. As Christians, we don't judge that. We leave all judgment to God, but instead we respond with generosity when we feel called to that. And I think we think about a 7-year-old being at a house where there's not enough food. It's not too difficult to see that need and just get out the checkbook. There are also other ministries besides checkbook writing. And we mentioned just the value of good, godly networking in every way. A ministry that's here at Epiphany called Family Promise means that twice a year, Epiphany would offer up the whole place for people to sleep in. We make them breakfast and dinner. The lunch, they'd be out at job training or work, and we'd get to know the families. That was completely canceled. But as part of your ministry, you could check in with Family Promise either by phone or through their website or email and say, what are the long-term plans? What are your prayer needs? I find the value of prayer is consistently undervalued. Or we feel a little superstitious or unscientific. Don't feel that way. All science, every understanding of quantum physics, everything is actually on an arc up, proving the veracity and value of prayer. So even if you do write a check to Epicenter, prayerfully put it in the envelope. I know somebody that every time they give a gift, they kiss the envelope. Think that's silly? I don't, and I invite you not to either. Of all the silliness in the world, let's not criticize a loving and pure, prayerful act. Let's just leave it alone as something as nothing but good. But the networking idea, phone Epicenter and say, is there one particular food or is there any kind of footworking I can do? And if I'm stuck in the house, I'll call my son or daughter. They might have a free hour this Saturday.
Right.
What am I missing?
Well, the other thing that you could do is you could reach out to these ministries and you could say, look, I am homebound at the moment, but I do have some talents and I do have some skills. I have a computer and I can write things. I can do spreadsheets. I can call people on the phone. I have a phone. I can call people on the phone. Do you have things that you need done that I could do to be of help to you from here? Most of the time you're going to find people saying, yes, I really could. And even if they say no, there isn't, boy, you're going to feel like you at least stepped out and you volunteered and you gave it your effort.
And you will be a boost to that person. They'll be thinking, wow. Have you ever been that person that you call somebody and go, I'm just calling United Airlines because your ticket agent went above and beyond. They're like, 99 out of 100 people that call to complain.
Right. Thank
you so much. I will definitely pass on that, Barb or Bob were great at the gate. And you know what? They do get thanked for it. And that's the same thing.
Things count.
If you phone a food bank and say, I'm thinking of you and praying for you, is there anything I can do more? It's just nothing but good.
The other thing is send them a note. Just send them a note and say, hey, I know things are tough right now, and I know that the work y'all are doing is just transformational for people's lives, and I want you to know that you're in my heart, you're in my prayers, and thank you. Oh, boy, getting those kind of messages is truly life-changing, and that too is a way to participate in ministry. So, my friends, even if God plants you nowhere but on this couch, there's still ways for you to grow in your ministry, in your faith, and in your love for one another. That sounds to me like a wrap.
Me too.
God bless you. God love you. We love you. Have a great day.